Okay, so Planet Coaster, and it's Planet Coaster 2. This is a small park that I made weeks ago. I just got around now to kind of putting it together on a video, but I thought I did quite a few videos on Planet Coaster 1, which was great. I thought I'd do some on Planet Coaster 2 as well. So, Yensid Park, which obviously is Disney backwards. First world I've built is Grimsby, which of course is a Viking place, Viking name. Anyway, not much Viking-y there at the moment, but it's quite Viking-y. Look at this, beautiful, beautiful world. It's got like seats and cafes and yeah, loads of good stuff, loads of rides. Three major rides, 2 coasters, 1 water ride. The first thing I absolutely love about this game is the fact that they've really done a good one with show buildings. So as you can see, let's just dim the lights here. There you go. It looks better at night, but as you can see, they've got amazing lighting. They've gone for a lot of the kind of building materials that we really wanted before to give you like a true theme park experience where you could build like show buildings with fascias on, which is what we've done. That's Journey to Grimsby, which is the water ride. That's the Fire Caves, which is a launch coaster, family launch coaster. I think it's a Coma family launch coaster. You can't see much, it's very dark. And there's Blade, which is a swinging ship. And it's not copying any names because they've just got rid of one of the old towers. A Shield, which is got a great spinning logo and is basically a merry-go-round, or teacups, sorry, not merry-go-round, teacups. And then over here we've got our Axe Storm, which is a horse top spin. Great fun. And then Golden Axe, which is just a big swinging axe, I guess. Right, let's have a look at the Fire Caves first. By far my favourite ride in this kind of area. It's all themed inside a cave, fire caves. So you go on in, you've got this kind of very eerie, cavey area, and then you go down and there's a nice queue in the caves. So it's all enclosed, the whole area is enclosed, the whole ride's enclosed, and there's fire effects, smoke. It's very red, a bit like my throat at the minute, which is absolutely killing me. Definitely got a cold coming on. This one gets a lot of queue, gets a big queue, but the ride is an absolute queue muncher. It completely destroys the queues. Look how fast this ride dispatches. It took me actually not very long to get the sequencing of the ride absolutely perfect, so that as one train went, there was another train ready. There's no stacking on the track at all, so there's no trains, there's no one waiting on a train to go anywhere. Literally on and off. You like the moving light effects that I've got going here as well. I'll pan up in a minute, show you. But there you go. Train is gone. I love the lighting effects as well, all the sequencing. Very, very smart. And then the next train comes in, which literally 10 seconds ago everyone got off. So you can see that light moving along the top there. Very smart. Very nice. The ride operator dispatches the ride. You get the lights, bit of smoke, you can't really see it. And you can see the next train is literally coming forward now to go into the station for its next guests. Onload and offload stations, best things ever. Right, let's have a look. There's not a lot to see inside this ride. You can just about see what goes on here as the ride snakes out the station. And then it goes into a series of 3 launches. So each launch and the bits around it have got like fire effects. So you can see the first launch, that's the second launch. I don't know, you can't see, that's the first launch, there you go. First launch, and then another train comes down onto the third launch. And then you've got like an exploding mountain. It's basically a big dark room with loads of fire. And then you come back into this. It's very good. The timing's excellent. The throughput's excellent. And we'll just see a coming into the station there. People getting off. Just ignore the fact that they're walking through the rocks. They probably could do with sorting that out. That guy's not quite sure where he's going. There we go. Ta-da! Perfect timing. Just been building another section of the park where I've been trying to build a dive coaster, and the timings I've rebuilt it about 4 times because I just can't get it to work. There's always block sections stopping the next train going, and also a water coaster. What a nightmare that was, because you've got such really slow sections. You put it on block mode, you're just constantly waiting. Yeah, problems. Right, axe store. Nice. So, this is the kind of ride you don't eat before you go on, because it will make you vomit. Because it's basically like a human mixer. You just sit in a seat and it spins you around. This is the model where the arms twist. I've not been on one of those. I've been on the ones where the arms don't twist. Never one where the arms twist. Still, good ride. Exciting. So there is some water down there. I don't know if it goes off or not. I don't think it does. But a very nice filler ride. And very high capacity, might I say. Here's a little on-ride shot. Whoa. We're regretting having the coin. Still, nice ride. And some nice views if you're at the top and you're not upside down. Loftbrock, right. Why is this called Loftbrock? Well, because all the good Viking... Well, by the way, check it out. Look, so this is what I like about this game. You just build a show building and then put, like, fronts on. So this ride, when I originally built it, was completely different. I kind of themed the whole lot. And then I thought, why am I doing this? So I knocked it down, moved the ride and rebuilt the building. When you go in, you're inside a Viking village. So you queue inside this little Viking village. The word Loftbrock. Loftbrock. Yeah, so it was the only Viking word that I didn't see on other things. So like Valhalla used a ride for Marvel character, yes. Loads of Loftbrock wasn't. Can't quite remember what it means. But I will Google it. Wait there. So, spinning coaster comes into the station. Very pleased with the dispatches on this. Look, I've put some like Viking axes on top of the cars. Very realistic, very Viking. And there's a nice like bell and thing when it goes out. Again, timing wise on this one, really nice. Goes through a little show scene to start with. Loftbrock. Okay. Hairy breeches. Ragnar. Yeah, I was going to go with Ragnar as well. Ragnar. Oh, and it goes into a building and it spins around a few times, and then it goes into like a section where there's like waves, and you get like. Ragnar. That's another name. I use Ragnar. Ragnar Station. Battleside actually. Likely originates from. No. How did Ragnar get the name Loft? He first killed a giant snake that guarded the abode of Getish Jarl Haruba's daughter, Thora Bogahathrjot, thereby winning her as his wife. The unusual protective clothes that Ragnar wore when attacking the serpent earned him the nickname Loftbrock. His sons were Thora and that's not Loft, is it? The surname Loftbrock, so it's Ragnar Loftbrock. Right. The surname Loftbrock is more enigmatic, possibly derived from hairy breeches or shaggy pants, referring a distinctive garment Ragnar was said to have worn during battle. Right, so basically I've named a ride after Ragnar's underwear. which was very hairy. Should have really googled that name. I think I just asked for a load of Viking words and I picked that one. Okay, so Golden Axe swinging ship thing. Love the control panels. He's got a bottle of water and everything. They're always happy, the staff. Look at him smiling. He's not looking at the ride, is he? Come on. Adam Kindle. Hi, Adam. Nice ride. Very good. Throughput, not so good though. Blade, these are good for moving crowds, which is lucky because look at the crowd. People absolutely love this ride. They love it. Really popular. But then, you know what? I reckon this is one of the first rides I went on as a kid. Pirate ship. Everyone can go on it, including your nan. And it can get quite airy at the back. I've got one at Drayton Manor in the UK, which goes quite high. I think that's actually got a quite high height limit on it. Yeah. But this one's not. Yay, wee. What a great ride. What a fantastic. But look at that, you can see the way the wheels come up and down. There's absolutely no like detail missed in this game. It's even that. I went back to play, I played this for a couple of weeks and I thought, oh, it's actually not that different from Planet Coaster 1. Went back and played Planet Coaster 1. Oh, I was wrong. It's very different from Planet Coaster 1. It is immense in the detail and everything like that. And now you can put the guest count up, you know, to a reasonable number. I think 10,000 on PC. Really good. Right, Journey to Grimsby. Look at that lighting effect. Wow. So you walk over the swamp, which is basically Grimsby Dock, and you go into the building, which is, I don't know, the dock house. This isn't really meant to be anything. It's just a big warehouse where you are made to queue up. This is a boat ride. This was very ambitious when I started making it, but when I finished it, it actually turned out to be quite boring, if I'm brutally honest. However, the throughput, you know, throughput, and all that jazz. Oh, sorry. Sneak out the door after a Mrs. Ryan. I said, there's no Mrs. Ryan here. He said, oh, are you sure? I said, yeah. He says, well, when will she be back? I said, no. There's no one here called Mrs. Ryan. And he said, oh, are you sure? I said, yeah. He says, but she's on my list. I says, who's your list from? He says, I'm from some window firm. I said, right. He says, she's called us about windows. I says, she hasn't. Because there's no one here called Miss Ryan. He says, oh. He says, what about next door? I says, he's not Miss Ryan, and he's definitely not Miss Ryan. In fact, I know most of the people on the street, and there's no one I know called Miss Ryan. Oh. He says, do you want your windows doing? I said, doing what? So cleaning? I've got a window cleaner. He says, no, new windows. I says, it's in the house, mate. Why would I want new windows? He says, good point. And then he said, if you hear of a Miss Ryan, can you let her know that whoever the window company was called, and he gave me a card, which I put in the bin in front of him, which was a bit rude in retrospect, but really, you know. Anyway, boat ride. So yeah, we're going around this boat ride, and as you can see, it's all in the dark. This was actually the first ride I built. No, it wasn't. I built the spinning coaster first, and then I went back and built this. Then I demolished the spinning coaster. Went back to that. It's quite good. It's quite long, and it's nice, and it's fun, and a big splash at the end. Anyway, back to the park. Loads of stuff to do. Loads of places to eat as well. We've got the vegan place, Pizza Pan, all very nicely themed. Don't really see people using the restaurants much. I thought I had all the kind of staffing things turned off, so they'd just be like staff, but obviously not. Latte love, very nice. Coffee. We've got these nice seating areas here, and then all very, you know, quiet, a little bit out of the beaten path there. Nice block paving, some great view. This game just looks amazing. I'd love to have, you know, I wish they'd do this in VR, because this game would work very well in VR. I think. And the scenery is loads easier to do now. They've got the brushing tool. The staff buildings, I didn't bother theming those. I don't think it makes any difference. But really, this whole thing about show buildings, because that's what a theme park really looks like, isn't it? It's a load of big metal boxes with some fascias plastered on them to make them look good. And the next area is going to be just below that, and it's going to be like a resort theme. So there we go. Love it. Really impressive, really detailed, really fun to play, really easy. I think that kind of Viking world that I did there probably took maybe 6 to 8 hours on and off over the course of maybe a month. So I think it's a little bit more casual than the last one was. You can kind of dip into it and dip out of it. And yeah, there you go. Next one is the resort world. It's like a spoke system, and then maybe like a castle in the middle or something like that. And then they're bringing back the Wild West theme. Yes, in update 3 in March. So that'll be my next one, Wild West, Western theme. Runaway Mine Train. Every park's going to have a Runaway Mine Train of some description. Otherwise, it's not a real theme park. That's it. Thank you very much. If you enjoyed this, like and subscribe. I often do shorts of burgers and other things which are pointless. So feel free to subscribe and like this. And I'll get around to another long video probably in another year or so.